Howard Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Throwing on first down, Rich. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Looking to throw on second down. Rich, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
A third down gain of 19. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Rich. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On the handoff, this is Brown. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. An inside give, Brown. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Townsend. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Rush to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 13 carries, 61 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Rush. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw is Rush. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw Rush. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
On 1st down, Rich over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL,
maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Rich. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rush. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing here, Rush. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And Walker with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 31-24, the final score. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 40 now on second down. Rush. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Give to Walker on the read option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on second down. Rush. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down. Rush. And Walker has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Rush. And Davis has it over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Rush. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the 2nd half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the gun on third down. Rich. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Well, the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 30 on second down, Rush. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Rush. He's got his tight end fan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Rush. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second down and goal. Rush. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Rich. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's a give to Brown. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The offense on third down tonight? They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Rich over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. On 1st and 10, rush. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure, it's been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rush. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Baker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baker. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On 3rd down, Baker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On 1st down, it's Baker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Baker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. It's Baker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down now, it's Baker. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Commanders, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still 1 game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit.